Douglas. So glad you could join us this evening. Well, topping our news tonight, a 70-year-old man is dead after a fire ripped through his home in Colmar Manor. It happened last night, and neighbors say that firefighters tried desperately to save him after pulling him from the house where no smoke detectors were found. Patricia Vallone has the details.
The fire department was called to the 4200 block of Monroe Street about 10 p.m. last night after neighbors noticed that the roof was ablaze and were worried that the homeowner was trapped inside.
They did everything they could. They banged on the doors. They called 911, told the call taker everything they saw. Firefighters arrived very quickly and did in fact find this two-story split foyer single-family home with heavy fire coming from the roof area. During the initial stages of our operation, they did locate a 70-year-old man, occupant of the house. He was brought to the outside. Medics treated and transported to a local hospital where unfortunately he died as a result a short time afterwards.
Family members identified the victim as 70-year-old Willie Mobley.
My brother worked for the Department of Interior for 42 years. He retired and he was just living his life. He had a stroke. He was doing really great. Funny, telling jokes, making people laugh. Just that type of person. Quiet, kept to himself, but everybody around here know him, they love them.
We all grew up here. We were just here. My aunt had her passing a couple years ago, so we're just here gathering up there because grandmother and aunt are all at Fort Lincoln. So, yeah, I'm sad. I'm so sad because the only thing I could think is he couldn't get out.
Given that this is, I believe, the fourth fire recently where it's affected some elderly people, seniors, what concerns do you have about that?
Well, number one, we know automatically that the very young and the very old are affected most by fires, mainly because of mobility issues. Also troubling is the fact that of the 4 fire fatalities we've had this year, no working smoke alarms are located in these homes. So we're going to continue with our aggressive efforts to install smoke alarms in every house in Prince George's County. Perhaps we need to start targeting senior citizen communities, town hall meetings and things of that nature to get the word out that we're here to help.
Now, officials estimate that the fire caused about $150,000 in damage. From Colmar Manor, I'm Patricia Vallone, CTV News.
Patty tells us that firefighters canvassed the neighborhood earlier today, passing out free smoke detectors to those who did not have one. If you get an unexpected check in the mail for a large sum of money, watch out. More than likely, it's a scam, according to Greenbelt Police. In February, a woman applied for a job. After getting hired, she received a check and was told to deposit it and wire the money to another bank account. Turned out it was a fake check, and the woman was responsible for the money. She had to pay it back to her bank. The scheme is something police say they see all too often and are warning the public once again.
This is a huge problem. It is ongoing. People are getting these kind of checks every day, whether it's a check to supposedly pay off an online transaction, a job offer, somebody trying to pay for a rental unit. If it should be a red flag if there's a large check that they want to have deposited, then you wire money or send money back. If they see that, they should just tear up the check.
And you can log on to the Federal Trade Commission's website for more tips to protect yourself from being scammed. Here is another scam that we want to warn you about. The Sheriff's Department recently received 2 phone calls about people posing as deputies. The con artists are telling residents that they have warrants out for their arrest. To avoid arrest, they're asked to send money in the form of a gift card. Colonel Darren Palmer says if this happens to you, hang up the phone.
One of the important things that we want to get out to the public is that the sheriff's office will never call and ask for money from you, and there is no such thing as paying to relieve yourself of an outstanding warrant.
If you feel you have been a victim of a scam, contact police.